Are you still standing by your Rookie of the Year award after your first game here?
I think Ben Simmons looked pretty good
He did.
against who did they, against Washington. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were watching a little bit of that game, and it's amazing how quickly somebody 6'10" can move with the ball.
He's like a freaking gazelle. It's unreal.
It was insane watching him on the fast break and the passes that he's making. You can, I think my point that I made about him absorbing the information in the NBA so far, and last year when he was sitting on the bench, I think you can kind of see that, especially in his passing ability. He's looking to the right lanes and knowing where to find his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, he did that even at LSU, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, his passing ability is just unreal. Like, I don't want to compare him to LeBron, but, like, if I had to compare him to another forward with his passing ability, it would probably be either him or Draymond. But, I mean, yeah, the passing is just unreal.
It's a very cerebral part of the game.
Oh, yeah.
You can just see him that, again, with that comfortability factor and the confidence, he's comfortable on the floor. He's confident playing with these NBA players, which I think is really important. It tells a lot about rookies.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons, though, the only thing that I really have doubts about is just his ability to stay healthy and stay on the court for long enough, but also that jump shot. I mean, I don't know how many times people are going to say it this year. I'm sure it's just going to be beaten like a dead horse, but I mean, his jump shot is just not good.
I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah.
I think he has some shooters on that team that can spread the floor. I mean, Robert Covington went absolutely ballistic.
He did.
Night.
He showed that he can definitely stretch the floor.
Right, and you have one of the best three-point shooters in the last decade in JJ Redick there too. Yeah, I'll acknowledge his weakness of shooting, but I'm not too concerned about it.
Don't forget about Jared Bayless too.
Oh,
I mean, he's dynamite.
How could I forget about Jared Bayless?
Yeah,
the starting point guard.
Yes, the starting point guard, not Markelle Fultz. Jared Bayless.
Yeah, so I can see we're kind of transitioning into our rookie talk here, so we might as well go full out. Were you surprised to see Markelle Fultz coming off the bench in his first game?
I was pretty surprised. I don't know why you wouldn't just throw him right into the Wolves. Honestly, that's what I would have done. But I mean, they get paid more than I do, obviously. So I guess I might as well trust their gut instinct. But I would have started Markelle just to see what he could do. Put out all the young guys out there and see what they can do.
Yeah, and he didn't have a terrible game. His first game, he put up 10 points on not great shooting, but not horrendous.
He's going to be pretty inefficient this year, and he's going to turn the ball over a lot.
The 76ers are going to turn the ball over a lot this year. I think that's going to be their Achilles. That and staying healthy are going to be their Achilles heel this year.
Yeah.
But watching Markelle play a little bit, he didn't seem as confident as some other rookies that I saw play last night. Especially two other point guards selected in the lottery, De'Aaron Fox and Dennis Smith. Those two just seemed much more comfortable out on the floor than Markelle.
Yeah.
Markelle had a few good finishes around the rim. He definitely has the talent to be a high quality NBA player.
Of course, yes.
But I'm not sure he just has that killer instinct that you need to be a superstar in the league.
I just don't see that killer instinct right now. But I mean, the person who I do see that having is Dennis Smith. I mean, I've been saying it since last year. I love Dennis Smith, even though he has that history of that knee injury and everything. I still see him as a perennial all-star type of player. And I think you saw that in his debut. He has the ability to just be absolutely explosive, driving the lane, kicking it out to shooters, and there's plenty of shooters on that team, actually. I don't know. I just think that he's going to have a terrific season.
Yeah, so my biggest worry about Dennis Smith coming into the year was his playmaking ability and his passing ability, because he really didn't have much around him at NC State to work with, and we didn't really see his capabilities there. So I guess it was more of an unknown than me doubting his ability, but I mean, he came out with 10 assists last night. He showed some good patient decision making during the pick and pops with Dirk and Harrison Barnes. I was impressed with Dennis Smith last night. Granted, we should preface this with this is his first game.
These are one game that we're looking at here. So I mean, this probably will not hold true. We're gonna look pretty stupid by the end of the season, probably. But
hey, we wouldn't be doing our due diligence as newly minted NBA podcasters if we didn't have our reaction to the first two nights of the season.
Very true. I mean, we were just too excited. We had to talk about this stuff.
Exactly. So I'm gonna throw a rookie at you who had a pretty decent night last night that has kind of flown under the radar so far.
Hmm.
That is Sir John Collins in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'd say he's flown pretty under the radar. I mean, what exactly were his numbers again? I mean, he's playing for Atlanta, so no offense, but like, of course he's gonna put up bigger numbers because I mean, who's their best player? Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder,
I mean,
yeah.
come
I mean, I've actually seen John Collins as a dark horse rookie of the year picked
on.
for that reason, and that
Maybe.
the Hawks are just terrible.
I highly doubt it, but you never know.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a long shot.
Yeah, it's a dark horse, but
so Collins had 14 points and 5 rebounds off the bench in 22 minutes, 6 of 10 shooting. So it's a good game for his first
for sure.
career off the bench.
Yeah,
and I actually do like John Collins as a player. He's a little undersized big man for the modern NBA.
yeah.
But just incredibly athletic. The dude can jump out of the gym.
Yeah.
I want to see him at the dunk contest this year. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah. What about him and Dennis Smith? How about that?
You know, I was thinking we should have like an all rookie like
I mean,
competition.
it'd be crazy, especially with this year's group. I mean,
oh yeah.
oh man, I could just think about like Josh Jackson. He'd do something crazy. I mean, Dennis Smith, all those guys, they'd be going just absolutely nuts.
Speaking of Josh Jackson, Phoenix had a rough first night. That's
no
for
kidding.
sure, losing by nearly 50 to
that's
the Portland
brutal.
Trailblazers.
That's brutal.
And Josh Jackson had a very mediocre debut, I feel like. He put up 11 points, only 2 rebounds and 1 assist.
Yeah.
He played all right defense from what I saw, but he was playing it against the likes of Evan Turner and Mo Harkless, so not the most versatile offensive weapons in the game.
No.
But I think we share a similar opinion on Jackson. I don't. Out of the top 5 picks from this year, Jeff, he's the one I like least.
I really have never been that high on De'Aaron Fox either, but I think Josh Jackson definitely won't be like insanely good compared to the other top 5. But I mean that's just a credit to this draft class also. Like that's not really a knock on Josh Jackson, but I mean Josh Jackson, he'll be a good defensive wing and he might contend for some All NBA defensive teams. So
I think that's his absolute ceiling at the most, though. That's if everything goes right.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
Granted, this is how I felt about Jaylen Brown last year too, and he's showing some development signs. So it might just be a wait and see with Josh Jackson.
I mean, what's a Jaylen Brown average last year? Like 6 or 7 points.
Nothing great.
No. It was nothing.
De'Aaron Fox though, he had a great first game.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you see any of his highlights?
You know, I really didn't see many of them.
So yeah, they played Houston last night, and Fox just he showed you what you knew was coming into the league, just quickness, explosiveness, finishing at the rim, and good decision making. Not, I mean, obviously nothing elite yet, but he showed some good passes out there, finding open teammates, and but really the thing that is just he has John Wall speed, and you know that comparison gets like.
It's really old.
Thrown away because they're both Kentucky point guards, and it's easy to make the comparison because they both went to Kentucky. But yeah. I actually do see it. He's got incredible quickness, just blow by defenders.
Yeah, I mean for sure, he definitely has that quickness. I mean we saw that when he tore up Lonzo in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. Speaking of Lonzo, but at the time of recording this, Lonzo hasn't played his first game, but expect a comprehensive review.
Oh, yes.
Scrutinizing every single play.
Yeah, I mean, we have to scrutinize him. Also, I'm expecting Kyle Kuzma to just go absolutely bonkers tonight. We'll see, though.
Do you really? Are you high on Kuzma?
I like Kuzma. I think he's good. He's really good.
Yeah, I've read articles saying that the Lakers might be valuing Kuzma more than Ingram.
Oh, yeah. I think that they actually are at this point because they're seeing that Kuzma is basically what Brandon Ingram, like what they were hoping Brandon Ingram would be.
The sample size, man.
I know. I mean, he hasn't even played a regular season game yet.
Exactly.
So we're going to have to wait and see. But, I mean, Kuzma can score in so many different ways, and you saw that through Summer League and preseason. He really hasn't had a weak game yet, and I think it's impressive.
That's a fair point. It's definitely impressive what he's done so far. And the thing is, him and Ingram are like about the same age.
Yeah,
Since Ingram's been in the league 1 year longer, but Kuzma spent 3 years in college, I believe.
yeah,
So they're right around the same age. I think Kuzma might actually be a tad bit older, so he might slide into the starting. If he has a good start to the season, I could see him sliding into the starting lineup and moving Ingram to the bench just to develop him a little more.
maybe. I think they were actually considering playing Kuzma power forward over Julius Randle.
Okay,
That's what I heard. And Julius Randle is like kind of iffy to even play tonight,
all
I
right.
believe. So we're gonna have to see what develops there. But
I guess we will see.
yeah,
All right, there's one more rookie I want to talk about for the first game, and that's Malik Monk. Yeah.
yeah, he definitely had a pretty rough outing,
I
to say
think
the least.
out of the rookies that I watched last night, he definitely had the roughest outing for what we were expecting from the player. I was really high on Malik Monk going into the draft. I think he's a very one-dimensional. He's a
No
volume
kidding.
scorer, and he had volume. I think he took 11 shots last night.
Probably.
He didn't hit a lot of them.
Nope. I mean, we saw a fair amount of terrible, ugly shots. I mean, air balls, barely hitting backboard. It was ugly.
Yeah, and I'm going back again to the. He just did not look comfortable out there.
Mm-hmm.
He looked lost at times against the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
He could not. He was struggling to find room in taking his shots.
Yeah.
His shots looked out of rhythm, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see if he will find his rhythm a little later because I was pretty high on him going into the season. I think if he gets into a rhythm, he could put up 25 to 30 points a game off the bench easily.
Yeah, probably.
But I guess again, 1 game sample size. We'll have to kind of wait and see if these rookies can develop a little longer. But it's exciting.
We'll see.
It's exciting to see this draft class in action.